Greetings, lovely Pisces, sun sign Pisces, rising sign Pisces. My name is Gordon, and we're going to be sharing the energies that are around astrology for you guys for the week commencing the 23rd through to the 29th of June. Now, if you've just joined me, if you've only just come across me on the channel, then don't forget, do press the subscribe button, and that will get the videos to you on a regular weekly update. And as we move through these weeks and go into July, this being the last week, of course, of this wonderful month of June, as we go through into July, we're going to start to see some quite interesting aspects that is happening really within your chart. Now, in your first house, we have Neptune. Now, Neptune is your ruling planet, so quite an important planet as far as you're concerned, Pisces. But we also see Neptune is starting to go a little bit retrograde, and this means that it appears to move backwards. So it appears that you need to be looking for what is real and what is not real around you. And you know, illusions are going to be showing their head. But this is this is an outer planet. It's a very, very slow moving planet. So we have to look very carefully at what other planet movements and in the houses that they are in and how they will be affected before we consider Neptune too seriously. The main thing this week is that we start to see the first aspects coming in, which is Mercury. Now, Mercury moves forward as it comes to the end of your fourth house, and this can be to do with contracts. It can be to do, if you're moving house, doing things with house, it can be to do with contracts. It can also be to do with the mind. It can be to do with the communications and the thinking process. But it has a particularly awkward aspect this week with your ruling planet, which is Neptune, and so it means distractions. It can mean not being sure about a particular area, but I do feel this would be more to do with Pisceans that are born towards the end of Pisces, just as we go into the change into Aries. So do bear that in mind. It's not a major aspect, but it's an aspect that's worth mentioning. If you're feeling held back, then before you make any decisions, do listen to the rest, because it is very, very positive for you this week. Another main thing that happens, which is much, much more important, is that we see your fifth house, which is ruled by Cancer, the Sun. The Sun moves in there and starts to give it its full strength. So there is a want to move forward. There's a want to create new projects. This is also accompanied by Mars, so it's a very powerful time to move forward. The pluses by far outweigh the negatives for you this week, Pisces. The other major aspect we see, of course, is Venus. Venus is charging now towards Jupiter, and Venus and Jupiter are going to be playing in your house, your sixth house. This is a routine, so it's a beautiful, lovely, wonderful, safe environment that we find these two jesters, these two givers, these two wonderful planets that link in the zodiac with your sign. Now, they link with money because they're in the area of work. They're in the area also that links them to Uranus, which is in your second house, to do with money. So money can necessarily be the concentration. This can be to do with work, it can be to do with investments, and it can be to do with getting a return on all that hard-earned money that you are now making work for you. This is an interesting period in your whole horoscope that is opening up for you, Pisces, and it marks just the start. As we move into July, we get much more interaction with this wonderful positive connection between these three planets. Thank you very, very much, Pisces, for getting involved. My name is Gordon, and if you wish to get the videos on a regular update, follow what's happening for you wonderful Pisceans as we go through July, then please press the subscribe button. I'll look forward to speaking to you again next week.